What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I know a lot of you guys are sick of it, man, but there's more bad news at Stellantis as the government has started a probe into Jeep engine fires. It's breaking news, so let's get into it. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And in today's video, we're going to talk about breaking news. You probably see it here first. I know Bloomberg just dropped it. I'm going to put it right here. U.S. is probing into Stellantis over Jeep engine fires. We talked about this 2 months ago, talking about the Hurricane engines literally blowing up, catching fire, overheating, and igniting. In Grand Cherokees, in the Grand Wagoneer, not so much in the Wranglers, but then again, I don't think the Wranglers, maybe they're building them now with the Hurricane engine, but I believe a lot of those still had the 3.6 and the 6.4 Hemi variants, right? The Grand Wagoneers and the Grand Cherokees are running that 3.0 Hurricane, and whether or not it's when the engine just doesn't start at all and they have to do buybacks because they're a friggin' disaster, whether it's wire harnesses or anything else, now they're catching on fire. I mean, this is not a good look for Jeep. You know, Stellantis took a brand in Jeep that was really, I mean, it's still beloved, right? But they took a brand and systematically destroyed it by doing all of the Mickey Mouse crap that they've done in the last 18 months. From $115,000 price tags on 6.4 liter Jeeps, which, by the way, I got to say is probably the most ridiculous thing ever. You put a Scat Pack engine in a Jeep and now it's $100 grand. Why? Like, you could literally, just for you guys that don't know, you could literally just go buy a 3.6 liter Jeep, all right, and swap a Scat Pack engine into it for 25, 30,000, maybe 40,000 less. It's just, I just don't understand Stellantis' thinking. They're just stupid. And now, you know, besides all of the vehicles shutting down, locking up the parking pin and all that other crap on the highway that the Wagoneers have been doing, the electrical issues, which I have covered here in detail with not just me talking about it, showing you guys the videos of these vehicles failing on the highway. We did the post about the people talking about their Grand Cherokees and the other person with their Grand Wagoneer that burnt completely down, like the one that is shown in the thumbnail. I think that NHTSA, if they're probing Stellantis on this, it's going to end up in another recall, and it's going to cost Stellantis millions upon millions of dollars again. And it all comes, and every single one of these issues comes back to one person and their policy. And that's Carlos Tavares and his cost-cutting policy of using cheap parts, crap engineering, and it's causing these issues. The only saving grace here, at least for me, as far as with Stellantis, is this is going to cost them a ton of money. A ton of money. Because these are going to get recalled. There's no way that they're not going to issue a recall on this. It's going to hit them. We already saw their second quarter earnings, and they were a disaster. Now, I haven't looked at the stock price right now. Matter of fact, let me check it because the stock market's open, so I bet you it's down. Yeah, at the time of me recording this video, and I'll drop this up here too, stock market's only been open about 5 minutes. It's 9 something on the East Coast, 6 something here in the morning. But it don't look good. It was at 1550 when it closed on Friday. I knew when the 1.4 million Ram vehicle recall hit that was going to affect stock. Now Bloomberg is hitting this literally minutes before the stock market was going to open. They published this. Damn. Can you say it's probably going to be a really bad day on the stock market for Stellantis? Because I can. It's going to be bad. And it's going to be the only thing that Exor and the Stellantis board of directors, the Elkin, Mr. Elkin, and the families in Italy and France that actually have all the money behind Stellantis are going to understand is when those pockets keep getting punched in the face consistently and they just keep getting smashed as they watch those billions start doing this and that money starts going away, then they'll get the message. They'll figure out that Carlos Tavares's Mickey Mouse, let's use cheap parts, let's use cheaper engineers type of automotive company doesn't work in the real world. And it's going to be a massive wake-up call for the company. I hope it happens before Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram all are completely destroyed. I think this could be the last quarter for Carlos Tavares. Possibly. Depending on how bad the earnings are at the end of Q3, could be the end of Carlos Tavares. Unless the board of directors is on board with it. And at that point, if they're intentionally doing that, then at that point, the SEC, which has had rumblings of investigating Stellantis, at that point, I think the SEC needs to get involved and protect investors, because the decisions and stuff that are being made right now show a clear lack of fiduciary responsibility by Stellantis. Period. Full stop. End of story. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. What do you think about this breaking news that just posted over at Bloomberg about the engine fires and being probed by the U.S. government over them? Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it in the comments. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.